streaming. Yo, how did we switch spots like that? Oh, what the fuck? That's a trip. Oh, I see. Okay, so I'm gonna be like this. You're gonna be like that. Oh, I think we're live. We're fucking live, everybody.
Wow,
Shit, we
baby.
went straight into it. That was a mistake.
That was definitely a mistake.
Whoops. Holy shit, that wasn't supposed to happen. Here, let me switch you this real quick. My God. I didn't know that was going to happen. We got the old graphics up, yo. What up? We're going to give some time for people to come in here, hang out just for a second. Let me see. Where are we at on the chat settings? Live chat, channel members only. Okay, that's off. Good. Let's do this. Live and direct. What up, what up, what up? All right, so here we are. We got myself sitting down talking to you guys once more, but it's not just me. We got special guests. We got not a hotline. We got a John Shackelford.
Hey.
He's still not here. Let's find him. I think it's here. Here. Oh man, I'm fucking this up, y'all. Hey, we finally figured it out. Good thing there's only 18 people in here.
18.
Sorry, this was a rushed interview, and as soon as we get John on the frame, he got up and left. There he is.
There we
What's
go.
up, man?
What up, y'all?
What's up?
Not much.
So, we're gonna make this short and sweet and direct. Before we talk about the main thing that's happening at the end of the week, let's talk about some basics to get people to know you. You've had a conversation with some of the people on the channel in the past, and that was on Twitch. So I think some of the people on YouTube might not know who you are. So let's start it off early or easy, and just can you let everyone know how you got into cycling? I think that's a good way to start.
Well, I grew up in Washington, D.C.
I'm gonna fix this camera.
Southeast Washington, D.C. And I really got into cycling just looking for money, looking for a way to get a job. And I remember this, finding a delivery job in an ad on Craigslist to deliver burritos. And I was like, you know what? I need a job. Let me see if it works. And, that spiraled into me meeting one of the employees who was really into cycling and like track bikes. And we started riding together, then we started racing together, then you start building bikes, just like you build cars or motorcycles or whatever. So it kind of just started from like me needing money to me just like addicted to, bikes at one point. Now I'm kind of just addicted to cars and bikes.
Would you say you're addicted to like the rebuilding part of it? It sounds like that was a big part of it.
Dude, honestly, like just taking something that's crappy and like making it new, or like it's still crap, but it's crap that you like that makes you smile. Then like that's kind of how I am, like I ride in a bunch of shit boxes, honestly, and like people like, oh, why are you ride that? Or it's just like, oh, because it's mine. It's like my that's what I like my track bike's rusted, and it's just like, oh, why don't you get a new, painted bike? But at the end of the day, it's all about what you want and your style of riding, and why you put that energy into what it is. Because people spend thousands of dollars on fancy bikes and hubs and rims and all that other stuff, when really it's just you don't really need all that, to enjoy cycling.
No, I agree. Let me do something about your microphone. It's getting weird over here.
It's getting weird.
It's just you keep moving it.
Oh, because I feel like it's in my. It's like, yeah, there it is. That's way better.
You don't feel like you're being threatened by it no more.
Yeah, there it is.
All right.
It's gonna attack me.
Yo, my favorite bikes are, so I had a volume cutter for like 11 years, and that thing was rusted up, and it a really good bike for many reasons. It lasted a long time. And in fact, I sold it, and there's a guy still riding it right now, how I built it up. And when it's rusted and beat like that, that's how I prefer my bikes to look. My honeymoon period with a bike, when you get a brand new bike, doesn't last too long.
Not at all.
Like I it's nice having a nice flashy bike, but I'd rather my thing look like, it perform well. Like I'm always been somebody who's been function over fashion, if you know what I mean.
Definitely. Same way. Like I'd prefer my bike to like, be suitable for my pockets and income wise. Like it's like I don't overspend for my bikes, in order to have fun. Like
yeah,
I grew up riding on a budget, like not necessarily having the most expensive bike parts, but they were still quality,
Yeah.
And it just so happened that I still use that till this day, even though I have, I'm able to buy the more fancier stuff. I just choose not to because I know that it's not necessary for, what I want to do in my life. It's not necessary to spend all that extra money on things that I can spend the basics and still get the same exact performance.
Yeah, definitely. How many bikes do you have, and how many cars do you have, since you tied those two things together?
1, 2, 3, 4.
I think he's
5
cars.
bikes. 5 bikes. I just sold my mountain bike, unfortunately.
Damn.
I know, womp womp. 5 bike, but I just got a brand new bike. So 5 bikes, and I have 3 cars and a motorcycle. 2 pickup trucks.
A motorcycle?
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, just parked out front of my house. KZ 1000. I got from a good friend of mine. I actually got it for free. He crazy story. We drove to Kentucky to pick up one of his military trucks.
Yeah.
And he had like turmeric poisoning, so he couldn't drive the entire way there and back. So I drove 24 hours there and back to go pick this thing up. And he was like, dude, I owe you one. And he gave me the motorcycle.
Damn.
Yeah, it runs, awesome. Drives, everything.
You have a motorcycle license?
Nope. We riding dirty, baby. We riding dirty. No, I'm not riding dirty.
Yeah. What do you do with all your cars and motorcycles? Like, do you have a garage? That's a question from the chat.
I don't personally have a garage. I work at a few different garages. But man, if I need to do my work, I'll go on the street and do my work. I'll drop a motor on my corner if I need to.
Yeah.
No fear at all. But yeah, I'll just park them in different lots that we have, or I'll stash them on my own street. Just do the NYC way. Yeah. If y'all don't know, you don't need to know. Terry knows.
Yo, you got Bobby has it's a Chevy. He'll tell you exactly what it is, but it's basically, here's my interpretation of it. It's a big square body pickup truck Chevy from like the 70s, and the motor is something big, probably a 454 or something, and it's got exhaust. It's got like all the things a classic muscle car will sound like. That's what it sounds like when it starts. It's like and it's a truck. It's pretty sick, and I still see it parked sometimes on my way over here to the studio. I ride by it occasionally, and I'm like, oh, there it is. And I saw it has new plates on it because he went and picked the car up in Vermont. It's got NY plates on it now.
Yep, registered and insured, my bud.
Are you driving that thing often
frequently?
Or no? Yeah,
I'll drive it sometimes. I'm still doing like carburetor tuning, like working on trying to tune my carburetor so that it's efficient for street and like off-roading.
Yeah.
So I own an '85 Chevy K10. It's lifted, bored out motor. It's a manual, and I love it, man. Brooklyn doesn't like it though, but I like it.
Brooklyn doesn't. No, like
they think it's super fucking obnoxious, and
there's way more obnoxious cars out here, man.
That's all I'm saying is, man, it's just the way the thing I think about it is it's called smile for miles. Yeah. No matter what the fucking obnoxious it is, it brings a smile to my face and certain people around me, not everyone. And that's all I care about, you know. And I have a S10, 89 S10 that I got for free. Crazy fucking story about that one.
Yeah, what is it?
Oh, so I didn't tell you? No,
tell them.
Okay, so one of my good friends is doing a cross-country motorcycle trip. He had to cut short because he ran out of funds, had to come back to New York, make more money. So he left again recently, maybe like a week ago, and his pickup truck was giving him problems. He was like, hey, the truck's not starting. I don't know why it's not starting. I've been trying to start it for a few days now. He's like, I'm leaving on this trip. Could I tow it to your house? I'm like, all right, cool. That's no problem. I'll take it. I was like, how much do you want for it? He's like, no, you can have it for free. I'm like, all right, cool. Tow it to my house. Tows it to my house. I pay $40 to the tow truck driver to drop the truck off the tow truck. Drop the tow truck off, turn the key, the truck starts right up. I was super surprised. Cranked right up. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me take it around the block. Got to the end of the block. The truck dies again. And I'm like, okay, it must be a fuel thing because everything else seems right. Seems perfect. I go to the gas station, get 2 gallons of fuel, put it in the truck. Truck starts right back up. So initially, I get a free car because this guy doesn't know that his truck is out of gas.
Damn.
Yeah, so title in the glove box, registration in the glove box, everything. So I got a free truck. Anybody looking for an 89 S10?
I got you.
Low miles. I'm talking about really good on gas mileage, 30 miles to the, $30 to fill a tank. A good old $1,000 to get you an S10.
How many mountain bikes can I put in the back?
At least 5. But you can fit 3 people. Fit 3, you can stuff 5 mountain bikes.
What's the mileage on it? What's the year?
89
okay.
S10, and it's got 140,000 miles on it.
S10, that's a Chevy.
Yes.
S10.
I love my Chevys.
All right. Damn, I might have to hit you up on that when we get back from this ride.
Please,
Speaking about the ride, let's talk about it, man.
Yes.
I just redid the title of this quick little chat with John. It's called Underground Railroad Rides, John Shackelford. So how did this is your idea. This whole project came from you. So can you tell us a little bit about how this came about, or why, where did this come from?
Man, I decided the idea, man, I think of most of my things kind of randomly, or I'm like looking to get inspired by something and I found lack of. So that's kind of where the idea for the documentary was to come from. Like whenever I'm going on like a cycling trip or like bike camping, or I'm going away for a little bit, I like to look for inspiration within like YouTube, some type of book or whatever. And just this one time I'm looking for cycling inspiration, like bike packing inspiration.
Yeah.
And I just could not find a single video with any black people in it. A single cycling video with any diversity where they look like me, where we speak in the same mannerisms, we have the, very similar. I just couldn't really relate. And it was really hard to get inspired by something you couldn't really relate your own life to, So I just wanted to give a voice for people who who don't really have the fancy equipment or, the knowledge to do these long distance adventure rides, and give them inspiration to do it, Just for me, as prime example, everything that I've, most equipment that I have now is something that I've either had secondhand or, I bought at a really discount rate, because the stuff in cycling industries now, it's really hard to afford. So people, in these inner city areas, I know don't really have the means to afford these really expensive cycling parts, whatever. So it's like, if they see someone like me who's doing it on a budget, or in a sense where it's not breaking their pockets, then anyone can do it,
Yeah.
And then it's just promoting health. Health is a big thing.
Also getting, you've said this before, just talking to me and the rest of the crew helping on this project, getting people outside of their local areas just to leave, because a lot of times people have a hard time to like struggling
to get out.
Like, how do you even get out? And
Right.
people don't realize that a bicycle is really key
The easiest
to
way.
freedom, to
Yup.
getting out away from all kinds of things.
You
just
can
get
be
on a bike
getting
and
away
ride.
from your environment. You can be getting
Yeah.
away of struggles, stress,
You
anything
can
that's
relieve your head.
exactly. And it's just so many benefits to cycling that a lot of people in certain areas just don't really get to see or understand because they don't have anyone to show it to them.
Yeah.
Or someone that they can relate to on a grassroots level, you know. And I really tend to make a difference in like, you know, and see more people like that. Like, I hope that it moves a lot of people.
So now you're gonna be that guy.
Man, it's kind of
You
surreal
and the
to
rest
think
of
that
the
like.
other four.
Say it again.
You and the other four.
Yeah, it's super surreal, man. That like the amount of support you get from people who, like I said, who. Man, I've spoken to so many people like, yo, man, I'm feel the same way. Like, cycling saved my life. Like, if I wasn't doing this, I'd be killed. If I wasn't doing this, I'd be a drug addict. If I wasn't doing this,
Yeah.
I'd be that. You know, it's just crazy to see that I'm not alone in who think like that. You know, like other
Yep.
people want to see a change and inspiring videos and like see more people like them in these big industry videos. And it's gonna change some folks, man.
Definitely, and it's happening in all forms. It's open. It's happening in all forms of cycling. There's a kind of a huge backlash happening with the tour right now as well. I don't know if you've caught that stuff, but it's kind of nasty when you see some of the responses from people who are fans of the tour, because some of the there was some of the racers at the end were wearing face masks that said like "Stop racism" or "Racism ends," and there was just like the nastiest comments from people like "Keep politics out of cycling," and it's like that's not,
dude, that's
not what it is.
See, you know, that's what it's about. You know, diversity and letting it know that, you know, this, you can't say keep politics out of cycling, man, because that's one of those things where that voice needs to be heard in cycling, because it's such a huge, like, not saying whitewash sport, but like a sport when it's just
No, it's privileged as hell.
very privileged. You know what I'm saying?
How do you find the time to put that many hours on a bike? You know what I
Right.
mean? You have to come from a certain background to even start to build the skill set to be someone of that level. You need so
very
much
right.
support
Yep.
from all kinds of other people.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And it's like, it is really hard to do it by yourself. And like, again, like growing up in certain areas, it's really hard to get on a bike and succeed and do well without, like you said, support from many others. And that's another reason why we're giving out bikes to people and just along the route, you know, just to let them know that we do support. If you're super interested and you really, really want to pursue this as like a hobby, or you think this can change your life, then I would feel free to give you a bike, you know.
Yeah.
And go and like plan out huge bike rides, you know, countrywide. Who knows? But it's just opening doors for a lot of new ideas and new possibilities for tons of folks.
Also, I hate to put it in a box, but the type of cycling that we're doing, or you guys are doing, is more touring / adventure cycling. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's something that is come to the forefront for a lot of people, come into the mainstream a lot more. But you mentioned before, there's not a lot of people that look like you, people of color, doing this kind of riding. So you're gonna be, there are people, but you're gonna be like in the forefront, trying to show that, you can be from like Brooklyn, get on your bike, and you can go ride across the country if you want to, you know?
Exactly. You can not even that. You can be a 50-year-old woman, who is has diabetes or something like that, or you smoke and you want to get exercise. This is a means of doing it, like it's not just young people to old people to whoever who you think cycling can be beneficial in your life, whether it's health, whether it's health, self repairing yourself, like mentally, getting your bike, mental health, or a means of saving your life, like just knowing that a bike, if you're on your bike most of the time, you're more likely to live, than being on the streets. Because I know people like that. If it wasn't for the bike, who the fuck knows where they'd be. And I actually have a good friend who got killed on his bike, which is really unfortunate. But he was on his path of, the same thing I'm doing, racing, alley catch, trying to change his life to be better. But his life caught up with him. I was just fortunate
before
enough
he made the transition.
Exactly. And I was fortunate enough to have a better set of friends who kept pushing me to grow in cycling, to got me away from my environment.
Yeah. So there are a few people in here that don't know exactly what the route is or what the project. I mean, we just talked about the project's about, but can you elaborate a little bit? I know you don't go into detail about like all the stops, but like kind of like the rough plan of where we're starting, where we're ending, what day we're starting, why we're ending on the day we're ending, and like a couple points, like things we're hitting and why.
Okay. Well, we're starting in Mobile, Alabama. Let me get that right before I go down there.
Mobile.
I thought it was Mobile.
Yeah.
Mobile, whatever. So we started in Mobile and we're ending in Washington, D.C. I chose to start in Mobile, Alabama, is because a lot of slaves would come to the United States via the docks of Mobile, Alabama. And in search of freedom, most slaves would either travel completely north or go eastern, like northeastern. And I chose to go the northeastern way because my hometown is Washington, D.C. And this is kind of like my freedom story or my path to freedom that I would like for you. I'm going to try to share with you guys. So some key places we're stopping along the way would be like Atlanta, Winston-Salem, I believe Richmond, Virginia is a place we're stopping. And I think we're going to try to get to DC by October 12th, which is Indigenous Peoples Day. It's going to be a huge critical mass at the end. And man, we would hope that you guys will come out wherever you're going to fly or drive or just meet us in DC on that day, just to really make the film a super sick ending. And Indigenous Day is on the Monday, I believe.
Yeah.
So.
Monday. Yeah.
So be prepared to turn up on a Monday.
It's a bank holiday, so
Nice.
I don't know what that means.
I mean, neither. No clue.
Yeah, there's some people commenting about how the railroad went all the way up into Canada. We're aware of that as well.
Well, see, I don't know if they're looking at this route from like adventurecycling.com, but I don't want to get too deep into that.
Yeah.
But they made their own route, and every route is different, completely different. No route I don't want people to think that there's just a path, because people's like, oh, is there a bike path, underground road? Like, no, man, no. It was just a route. There were certain destinations that slaves would see if you would be like a lighthouse or it was like a lantern in a house, or a specific house that was completely pink, or something that stood out that slaves would know that, okay, you're safe here. You can sleep here for the night. You can camp here. You can relax here.
There's safety here.
Exactly. And it's not a railroad. It's not a railroad path. It's not a one long bike path through the United States. No, it's literally like a safe haven for runaway slaves. And there is no direct route. There's just landmarks that you would have to know from other slaves.
And obviously times have changed and roads have been built and property lines and things have changed over time, so the route has to change.
Yeah, definitely. But it's so funny. There's still like, I bought this book called the Green Book. It's like it's a Negro travel guide that would give you safe havens and destinations where Negroes can go and relax and eat and be with other like-minded people in safety. And there was a book from Canada all the way down to the south, through the East Coast, out west. So, you know, and I definitely like look to this book as some inspiration, you know, but I kind of just wanted to use like a lot of my knowledge from my family, you know, to incorporate that into the film.
Sorry, I was just reading the comments. This is a good statement here. There is no direct route. That is the whole underground aspect.
There you go.
Yeah. Along the way, are there anything significant? You mentioned giving some bikes out. Is there anything significant that you're looking forward to, or anything? You know, anything you're excited to see or take part in along the way?
I think I'm excited to just check out some plantations. Like check out like some cotton fields, fucking just shoot as many photos as I can, you know, like I'm looking forward to riding, like just nice weather, because New York just got to shit recently. So I'm just really looking for good weather and awesome views, like I don't know, meeting new people, inspiring people, and I'm just looking for it all.
Yeah,
it's a little overwhelming, but we're gonna get it done.
How many of you are going?
It's 5 of us.
Yeah.
And
you don't have to count production.
Yeah, it's just five main characters.
Yeah. Yeah, so those five of you rolling. Are you guys staying in luxury hotels the whole time?
No,
or
sir.
How you doing it?
Bivvy, homie. The whole team's
I got you on record saying that. I'm sending this over to some people in production.
That's what I was told. That's what I was freaking told. I'm worried. Yeah, man, Bivvy. That's my big thing with camping, man. If I'm not comfortable sleeping, I'm gonna be an unhappy bike camper.
Yeah, we don't want you to be. We want you to be as comfortable as possible. Very important. And then, as far as the routing is concerned, what is like the average, or how many miles a day do you guys think you're gonna be jumping on?
Man, we're averaging between 40 to 100 miles a day.
Nice.
Yep. Just about.
I mean, I'm only asking these questions so you can answer it to everyone watching here. I know these answers because I helped build the cue sheet yesterday, but
I hope, man, I just want some of your homies to come ride.
Yeah. There's a couple stops.
Let us stay at your house. We're trying to
Richmond, Virginia. I know a few people there. I know someone here in the chat. I don't think he's here. Alex GFX. He will be back in time.
We can party in your backyard, Alex.
He's gonna hook me up with a haircut while I'm over there.
Dude, I need one too. No, wait, I might get a haircut from Killer Mike, dude. Oh, I've been hearing rumors of that.
That's
Killer
cool.
Mike haircut.
That would be sweet.
That would be sick.
And then who else? I don't know. Along the way, it's mostly Virginia where I know some people. I know someone in DC too, but that's not going to help very much because we'll be done. I don't really know too many people in Alabama. From Alabama to Atlanta, I'm kind of like clueless. I'm just along for the ride, you know. We're in Alabama for a few days and we're out. Yeah, that's the start. Anyways.
Dude, I think we
kind of want to put the pedal down in the beginning, anyways.
Put the pedal down.
Here's a good question. Does he have any personal family connections to the UR23 in me? Oh, Underground Railroad, like 23 and me, or like do you have any? I guess he's trying to say, do you have any like direct connections that you know about from the Underground Railroad? And like what kind of personal stories are you looking to tell or experience? Or is there any insight you're trying to gain on this?
History, man. I'm like a huge history buff. Like, if I can, I'd rather get paid in knowledge than money, honestly. And if I can learn along the way about just riding and having a good time, then that's one thing I'm truly excited to get from this whole endeavor, is just learning more about myself and learning about the history of the people who've done the exact same thing I'm doing, but just a lot harder. You know, like, they were walking or running. We're riding bikes and we're kind of fully supported. So I really just want to put myself in their shoes and get a good glimpse of what it was like to travel, you know, long periods of time seeking mental and physical freedom.
We got a question here that's personal, man. You ready for this?
Uh-oh.
Here it goes. Why damn it, Bobby, and not Rusty Shackelford?
That's a good one. That's really fucking good. Oh man, that's really good.
Oh damn, I just revealed some product on your desk, Jason. Yeah, what is that?
Oh man.
Sneak peek of some stuff that's not out.
Dude, that's a good one, dude. That's a good one.
Oh, also that.
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, come on.
That's a good question.
Let me get it dirty on it.
Did someone comment?
No, I just.
Sorry about that.
Damn.
Yeah, so what's the answer to that?
I don't know, man. I love King of the Hill a lot, and I think Damn It Bobby just, like, it just hit me a lot. You know what? Someone said that to me one day. I fucked up. I think I might have been like fucked up with like a bike project or something, but someone was like, "Damn it, Bobby," and then it reminded me of Hank Hill and kind of just stuck. But the Rusty Shackelford one is good. I might have to keep that in mind. That's good. Maybe change it up 2021. Wasn't that like Dale's alter ego?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
They asked that earlier when we were wrapping up the other stream, and I was like, "You got to hold that question for the next thing when we start up the stream again."
That's so good.
Here's a good question: are you riding a Soma Wolverine still, or what bike you gonna ride for it?
Yes, I'm riding my Soma Wolverine. We just got it outfitted with Shimano. We were supposed to get another E-Tab group set, but things got a little confuzzled, and now we're getting E-Type group sets towards the end of our ride. So I'll be riding the Soma Wolverine the entire time except the last day when we're doing our final shoot, and I'll get our brand new bikes.
Damn, that sounds cool.
Yep.
That sounds cool though.
Pretty sick. Cannondale hooked it up. Really appreciate everything Cannondale's been doing with us, and Shram. Shram hooked it up for us also. Yep. First time I've ever had electronic shifting, dude. It was crazy. First time I've ever owned a carbon bike. Haven't even ridden it yet.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Electronic shifting's pretty good. You'll like it, I think.
I hope so, man.
I just put
Hope
some
it's the
on my
bee's knees.
22 a while back, and it took me some getting used to. It's a little weird. At least on the mountain bike shifter, up is down, down is up. It just didn't feel right.
Is that like Euro style or?
Yeah, it was in backwards, but actually, it wasn't backwards.
That's weird.
Because then I used the regular shifter, and I was like, wait, it was right. It's just because the way the shifter sticks out on the downshift on a manual one compared to a digital one. Anyways.
So they don't make a mechanical E-Tap, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Or
Yeah.
okay. They just got like the Force 22.
E is electronic. That's
right.
what it means. Yeah.
Excuse my ignorance. Easton too, man. Easton looked out for us also. First time I had like power meter cranks.
What kind of rack setup are you running to carry your gear / supplies?
Well, we're doing like light
Frame bags. Right?
Yeah, frame bags. We don't have really racks. We're gonna have a sag wagon and a production van. So we're gonna have a van carrying most of our stuff, but we are gonna carry a good part of our equipment in terms of like food, nutrition, water. and whatever camera gear we might have on our bikes,
Yeah.
on our personally, but I don't think we're gonna be carrying too much stuff. Where we need racks, yeah, I doubt we have racks on.
Yeah, they're not gonna. If they were doing this alone without support, they would have to carry a little bit more. But since we're filming a lot, we're gonna help a
We're
little
blessed
bit.
this time.
We're gonna help a little bit.
Yes.
Mostly to make sure we get the shots we need. Is there any? I can tell you what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to filming some of the descents. I don't know if you've looked at some of the elevation profiles, but outside of Georgia, there's some climbs.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, there's some climbs and stuff. So I'll share the.
Yeah, because like
cue sheets with
Alabama's
you.
pretty flat.
Yeah, it's pretty flat until.
And you
I
get
mean,
to
there's
Georgia.
little punches here and there.
Yeah, but
But
ain't
once
nothing
you start
crazy.
going north, you
Yeah.
have to roll through.
Is that the Appalachians?
We don't go through them, but we go.
Like around them or underneath them?
I think we're going around and underneath.
Because
Anyways, it's gonna be fun.
You know what I'm not
film
looking forward
some
to?
bombing while your bikes are loaded down and stuff. You know what I mean?
I'm not looking forward to those shoot repeats.
Nah, I'm gonna try my best to make sure that doesn't have to happen. And that's the whole reason why the e-bike, that's gonna help.
Oh, because like you can pull me up?
Nah, because I can sprint far in front of you guys.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
And then set up my camera, like ride for like 15 minutes hard, get in front, have enough time to whip out a camera, get the shot, you know?
Dude. And it's funny, like no one has done this many miles before. No one on the team has. I don't think Alex has ever done
You guys will
bike
be all
packing.
right.
I don't think he's ever bike packed.
You guys
I
are
don't-
going to be fine.
I don't think Rashad's ever bike packed.
You might be hurting after the first long day, which is day 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Pretty hard.
Yeah.
But I think you're going to get acclimated pretty quick to
Yeah.
just knowing you got to pedal.
Eat before you're hungry, drink before you're thirsty.
You, dude, for sure. That's
It's key.
That's great advice for anyone who's on a bike over 3 or 4 hours.
Yes.
Always. That's number
Nutrition is key. And
one.
don't think
way before you're feeling it.
right. And don't
Every hour.
I used to think that because it was like cooler, my body would,
No way.
Yeah, dude. That was the total
Dehydration happens
opposite.
heavy in the winter.
Yup. So hydrate, man.
It's actually scarier because you're not sweating.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
You don't notice it until you might stop pedaling for a minute or you start breathing real heavy. Oh man, bonking is real.
Bonking is real. Someone said bonking the Underground Railroad. Robin's asking if I'm gonna stream BTS during the shoot.
Maybe we do like streaming at the campsites. Like
I can't stream.
can't?
My whole data kit is broken right now. And
maybe
it's
we can do
unfortunate.
like
The timing is very unfortunate with everything.
yeah.
So yeah, I can't do anything. I don't have the SIM cards to do it. I have the hardware. Obviously, I just don't have the cell SIMs right now. And I don't think they're going to get here in time, unfortunately. So, I think that's about it. Is there any more questions you guys have for Damn It, Bobby?
Shoot.
Before we get out of here, this is a weird song, by the way. Let me skip this song. Yeah, this is it. I hope you're ready.
I'm ready, man. I'm
got
just
some-
looking to have some fun.
Okay, I have a good question. What, besides bike stuff, besides all this stuff, is there anything outside of all that you have to pack with you, that you are absolutely bringing with you?
Oh man, I just don't know if I can say it on camera.
Well, you
You
don't have
know?
to say that. You don't. Well, yeah. Outside of that, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
There,
Terry knows me.
but outside of that, like
All right, damn. What do I have to bring?
non-consumables. Everyone's saying TP.
Nah, man. You need use your thumb.
You wipe with your thumb, buddy.
Nah, like damn. What would I need besides? I think a camera, man. Besides anything.
Oh yeah, you got a little
I
point
just brought
and
a new
shoot.
point and shoot. Yeah.
All right,
I'm
here's
gonna
the
try to do a
checklist for
book.
you. How many rolls of film do you got?
At least 12.
Have you tested the camera yet?
Yes.
You got photos back.
No.
You got to get your photos back.
Okay.
Go send that somewhere right now
Okay.
to make sure it works.
All right,
Next.
got me pissed.
Find out what batteries that camera takes. Bring 2 extra batteries. Take it from me, 2 extra batteries.
All right.
Also bring some kind of waterproof Ziploc bag or something just in case. Just in case you're on your bike and it starts to rain a little bit and you have the camera in your back pocket, you can throw it in, you know?
Mm-hmm. Good advice.
Also,
Good-
it'll help
good
with the
advice.
sweat. The sweat will kind of get into the camera and fog the lens up. So you kind of want to keep it in a plastic bag anyways if it's on your body.
Definitely. And I got to go pack, man. I haven't
Learn from my
packed
mistakes.
at all. Bike is in pieces and I haven't packed.
Oh, man.
It's whatever.
My bike, I still need to... That stem's too short for me.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I need to pump up the fork. It was feeling kind of clapped. But shout out to Cannondale. I had a fun little pre-ride on it. Video dropping tomorrow.
Ooh.
But it wasn't ready to hold on my weight. And then on top of that, carrying camera. So I'm gonna have to really put some air in that fork. It's gonna be fun, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Dude, 3 weeks with y'all, man. We're going to be best of friends. Best of friends.
Yeah, you know.
I can't wait till you start
Riding.
capturing the arguments.
We're not shooting a reality show.
That's, that's the document. That's what happens when you're touring. Someone's too slow or
Yeah.
someone's getting lost or
We're not getting lost because we have cue sheets with Wahoos and stuff. Turn by turn navigation. We're
Oh.
good. We're good. All right, y'all. With that, I hope you guys learned a little bit about Mr. Bobby John Shackelford and the Underground Railroad ride. We are slated to take off this Friday, so appreciate you guys tuning in and listening to his story. And if there's any updates, we'll be sure to let you guys know. So we'll
All
see
right.
you on the next stream. You got anything to end with, John?
Yo, if you guys want to follow us or come ride with us, please feel free to hit us up on the Instagram at UGRR or Underground Railroad Ride. And just reach out and let us know you want to meet us or you want to come ride us. If you want to donate, please feel free to donate on our GoFundMe. It's in the Instagram as well. That's about it.
Word. All right, y'all. Thanks for hanging out on the double stream today. Peace. See you on the next one.
I haven't ridden in a while. Sure, you're gonna make me look bad.